Hey guys, I'm Aaron.
And I'm AJ.
And we're from modernintel.ca.
Today we're going to talk to you about the T9 Ranger. It's done by Tiberius, and it's pretty much the same as the T8, just with the extra little backplate here and some extra little additives that come with it. So, general specs of the gun. Comes with a 7.5-inch barrel, and then the add-on that you just screw onto is like 10 inches.
Yeah, something around there.
Yeah. So it makes it around 17 inches, if my math is correct. Yeah. Raised rail with a little bit of a red dot sight on top there. Foregrip, 8-round mag, and stock.
As far as this gun goes, it's good to note that we're doing the Ranger review. There's also the Elite and the CQB. The most difference between those is that this shroud comes off with the CQB, so you're really left with just the pistol-looking gun with a suppressor on it, and then you have an open dot sight instead of the closed red dot as this one. And with the Elite, you have a bigger scope, kind of like the same one as the T4, and you have a suppressor on the end of this instead of like a little birdcage tip, and a foldable grip there as well. Overall, the gun's good weight. The shroud here that comes off, this just unscrews with this little screw there, and we'll show you how to take that off a little later. That's composite plastic along with the foregrip that comes with it. The barrel, the 10-inch part of it, actually just unscrews, and when you unscrew it, it's part of the barrel, and it does improve accuracy, but it is a larger bore, a much larger bore, so it slightly increases it, but don't expect it to do wonders. You can get aftermarket barrels that is a complete length of it, but overall you're really just using an 8-inch, 7.5-8-inch barrel, and then from there it's basically just an overbore with a tip. Just more for looks than anything else. The stock that it comes with is removable. Everything basically that is included with this that otherwise does not look like the T8 is removable. So that just comes off by slipping it off, and there's a little dovetail so it slides in. So it's very modifiable, and it just slides right back in like that. And then it comes with the red dot sight, which you just adjust with the side here, and you can adjust the windage on the top and the right.
So this one is, it allows you to use mag fed if you want to go that way, and it also allows you to throw on a hopper there. Basically, to switch from the two, you kind of have to manually twist the barrel. Basically, it's once you put it in there, the first click is mag fed. You kind of push it in and give it another twist until it locks in and can't go any further. Then you're feeding hopper, and it's kind of like the T4, but instead of the handle, you just got to do it yourself. So other than that, it's pretty much just a T8 with some extra little doodads on it. Yeah,
there's small differences. The black block here has like a dovetail mount, so you can mount the stock onto it. The gun is all aluminum, Picatinny rails all across. Again, this comes off. And actually, we'll show you right now just how much like it is as a T8. Because once you get all this stuff off, you can really see like how much the same as it is as the T8. So you just undo the screw here. That falls out, and you just pull it off. And basically, you're just left with a pistol with the sight still on it. We're not going to take that off. You get the idea. But otherwise, it's just a T8 really. The barrel's a little longer just so it has the threading on it. But otherwise, it looks almost the exact same. The magazines, same magazines. They're aluminum ones. They're a little heavy, but they're not too bad. Hold 8 rounds, just paintballs. And you have the CO2 screw in here. We have the quick release CO2 screws, but they just come with the one that you have to wind up with the Allen key. No issue there, and they just slide up with the paintball feed neck first and just lock into place.
A con I find that because you can turn it into a rifle, I find that the 8 rounds isn't really enough for a primary weapon. It seems like you have to be changing mags a lot, and then you'll eventually have to change CO2s and all that. I think if they made an extended mag, maybe 10, 12 rounds, it would be a little more better. It's
okay for a pistol, but since this is kind of one and the same, it isn't an issue. Again, you're going to be using a rifle as a primary. You're not going to be using it as a secondary. But a pistol, you will definitly be using it as a secondary and sometimes maybe a primary.
So 8 rounds is perfect for a pistol, but yeah. If they had made different mags or whatever, it would have been fine.
Yep.
It's not first strike compatible, so you have to get the conversion kit. Maybe eventually they'll upgrade it to a 9.1 and that'll just come right out of the box.
Yep. One con with me, I've never had this happen to me, but I've heard with some people, like I was talking about how this comes off. You push this little pin forward and then you pull up and it's just a dovetail mounted stock. When you do that, you can see really just like the shaping. I've heard of this actually just ripping off because this is just composite and it's holding onto an aluminum piece. So a lot of people have actually, when they get into like the thick of a game, it just rips off and it breaks, right? So that's a con for now. But what Tiberius has started to do is actually include a metal tube instead. The tip's all metal. It's still the same. It looks the exact same, but it won't rip off because it's all aluminum, right? So that's a con, but it's been fixed already. So just to let you guys know. And another con with me that I've had, sometimes with this gun, since the barrel's longer, you'll be running and then you'll go to stop and you'll run into something, right? Just because you just can't put the brakes on too fast, right? Sometimes you'll get that and you get the barrel pushed forward and it'll come out and then you'll go to leave and there goes the barrel, right? So it'd be nice to see maybe like a lock system on it. So when the mag's in the gun and it's ready to go, that's not coming out, right?
Other than that, it's the normal TA. I'm continuing to say this is the normal TA pretty much, just with the long barrel and a stock.
It's definitely something to stretch. It's a T8. Basically, it's a T8 with an extended barrel and the fact that you can use a hopper. And that would be actually a pro with me. It's another thing, it's customizable, right? You can put a hopper on there and run a remote line through it, and if you don't want to use mag that day, there you go. Like you can just use the hopper the whole day, right?
Yep. Final verdict, I would have to say I give it probably an 8. A couple points off for the classic stock, what Aaron was saying, it breaking. Just the barrel popping out. The grip is a little big, but it's something to get used to.
Yeah.
It's a good weight. It's a good mag-fed gun. If only they would make the mag a little bit bigger. Yep.
So with me, my final verdict would be an 8.5. I really like the fact that this gun is fully customizable, like turning it into a pistol. I've actually played games where I'll be using my T8 and this, and then we'll play like Zombie or something, and I'll just take this down to pistol and just run down the field with 2 pistols in my hand with just the stock hanging. It's just a lot of fun being able to take it apart on the field. It's just really cool. I like that a lot. Running hopper on it, it's very accessible to the people that don't want to use mags but want to use the Tiberius gun. And just the fact that what you get when you get the gun, it makes you feel good, and it comes with a nice case. Like Tiberius really cares about their guns, and they want to make sure that they're in good condition when you get them. Things I don't like are basically the same things that we've already said. The stock on the back, it breaks, but again, that's been fixed. The barrel popping out, and I wouldn't want to see maybe a tighter bore on the front, so it actually increases accuracy even more, especially with the Elite version, because the Elite you're probably going to be using for more of a sniper gun, because that comes with all the sniper equipment, right? A bigger scope and everything like that. Where with a sniper gun, you're really using an 8-inch barrel for realistically, right? And that's just not enough, really. The grip's a little larger, but again, something to get used to, which is most of the time what these guns are about. You really have to get used to them. But if you're going from a hopper fed to a mag fed gun, you're going to be getting used to a lot of things, so it really makes no difference. So I think that about does it. That's the T9 Ranger. Again, to disassemble these guns, you just take off the front and the back and then follow our T8 disassembly. That pretty much does it.
Thanks a lot, guys.
See you later.